Hi. In this video, I would like to point out the connection of the BDS with the ongoing attrition war against Israel. The first thing you need to know about the BDS is that it is a member of the Palestinian Council funding organization. This is important because the funding requires demonstration of dedication to the attrition war against Israel. This means that they are paid to lie about Israel. The more extreme the lies are, and the louder they are shouted, the higher the funding. If not for anything else, the funding in itself is a motivation to contribute to the attrition war against Israel. While people shout lies about Israel, the administrators are building villas and palaces for themselves in Judea and Samaria. Next to your tax revenue, which is the second largest source of funding sent to the BDS by your government, the primary BDS funds originate in Qatar, the richest country in the Middle East. Qatar can feed all the hungry children in the world, but it chooses to spend its wealth on the war on Israel. The funds from Qatar are distributed to the member organizations of the Palestinian Council by the Palestinian Council. Qatar also funds the Middle Eastern studies in universities across the Western world under co-management of the BDS, where professors are required to be biased against Israel. In the event that you don't know, the Palestinian Council funding organization was created during the Arab Summit Conference in 1964, before Israel regained Judea and Samaria. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict was invented in this conference. At that time, the Muslim population in Judea and Samaria was living in deplorable, primitive conditions under belligerent Jordanian occupation, and neither Qatar nor the Palestinian Council funded any protest against Jordanian violations of human rights, because they never had any intention other than to destroy Israel. Still today, neither Qatar, the Palestinian Council, nor the BDS care about the incredible suffering of millions of people and children in Muslim countries. There is no protest anywhere calling to stop war crimes in Syria, Lebanon, or Yemen, to name a few, because their mission is not to relieve suffering as they want you to believe. The purpose of the Arab Summit Conference in 1964 was to create a joint effort in order to destroy Israel. The Muslim countries that surround Israel kept trying, but failed to destroy Israel militarily in 1948, 1956, 1967, and 1973. They then decided to change the strategy from the military arena to the global relations arena, where they successfully bash Israel with extreme lies. The new strategy was to weaken Israel by destroying its reputation in the eyes of the world. The BDS is a latecomer to the war against Israel, and its vocal attacks on Israel is quite effective because it mastered the art of manipulating people's emotions without relying on any facts. In the 1930s, the nefarious German leadership was successful in manipulating the emotions of people in an entire country with complete absence of facts. Today, the BDS is doing the same thing around the world. I must emphasize the paradox of the BDS hurting the very same people they claim to help, since their mission was never about relieving suffering. Since 1967, when Israel regained Judea and Samaria, the quality of life of the Muslim population in Judea and Samaria improved enormously to include every amenity and public service available in any progressive country. Till today, people from Muslim countries make their way to Judea and Samaria for the opportunities that they don't have in their countries of origin. Israel invites companies from all over the world to open branches in Judea and Samaria in order to create job opportunities for the fast-growing Muslim population. When the BDS manages to boycott a company operating in Judea and Samaria, or anywhere else in Israel for that matter, many Muslim workers lose the livelihood that allows them to enjoy the quality of life for which they came to Judea and Samaria in the first place. Population surveys of Muslims in Judea and Samaria, done by the United Nations since 1950, show population growth that is impossible by natural growth. It shows that most of the Muslim population in Judea and Samaria, of about 5 million people, consist of illegal immigrants and their descendants. There are many progressive countries in the Western world that are struggling with a high volume of illegal immigrants, and Israel is one of them. The difference is that Israel is singled out for this struggle to be made into extreme lies as part of the global relations attrition war against Israel. It can't be too hard to notice that when BDS representatives claim they are pro-Palestinians and not anti-Israel, they simply lie. They will continue to lie as long as you, my good friend, are willing to listen to them. As you listen to them, keep in mind that they don't actually look for a solution for their extreme accusations against Israel, because they consider the destruction of Israel to be the only solution. As anti-Semitism usually is, the BDS finds Israel guilty with no chance of proving innocent, because when it comes to anti-Semitism, the truth doesn't matter. If you didn't know, now you know. Bye.